Hey guys, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Anyway, in this part, we are getting busted out of prison in probably the most easy busting out of prison sequence I've ever seen in my goddamn life, but, you know, whatever.
So Amy, you're telling me you were crawling through the air ducts in that dress with the flared-out skirt and everything, you know?
No, this is Adventure 2. The skirt would just clip through the vent.
Yeah, that explains it, because I was about to point out that thing's probably got a ring of, like, metal wire, like, around the edge that keeps it flared out like that, so it's like you'd get stuck.
It also makes for an effective parachute.
I love this bit because Amy gives up real simple. If I tell you will you marry me? No? Okay, I'll let you out now then. Okay, bye.
Well, to be fair, there are more important things to worry about at the moment.
At this point, you know, when I first played this game, I interpreted that as Amy making fun of herself, like turning her running joke into an actual joke. But something I always liked and hated about this scene at the same time is that they tried to foreshadow Gerald Robotnik here, but you can't actually tell what you're looking at on the walls because of the resolution.
It's just supposed to be equations. You can sort of tell that to be.
Yeah, but I think what Lewis wanted was maybe like a quick second close-up on it.
Yeah, that would have been better. I will agree.
Yeah.
Two things about the cut. It's weird that Sonic X did that. Sonic X makes a better point of saying that Sonic is in Gerald's prison cell. They don't really make the connection. And there's the bit where Amy is in the background going to, you mean that black hedgehog? The first time I saw this, the perspective was so bad, I thought Amy just shrunk. Because it looks like they're standing right next to each other. Amy's like half Sonic size, and this level is supposed to be the best level in the game.
No, Metal Harbor is not the best level in the game because A ranking.
I said possibly.
No, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but I would play a number of levels before Metal Harbor, if only just because getting the A rank is frustrating as all hell.
Yeah, it sort of soured my mood toward this level for a little while, but I do like Metal Harbor.
You have to be very, very precise in order to get that second level of the run.
You have to be very precise at the end of the stage, which means if you want another chance, you have to redo the entire level.
Yeah.
Well, here's the reason I like Metal Harbor.
Also,
I don't give a shit about A ranks anymore.
Physics, it's in this game. Best game ever, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the adventure games did actually have some pretty good spin dashing physics. Like, you could spin dash up a hill and then jump, and you could go a ridiculously far distance, and that's something you could do in the 2D games as well.
That was actually unintentional. That was unintentional, for the record. I recommend spin dashing and then pressing the B button to go into a run for better control.
Yeah, but of course, they go and put Omo Chow right in your way.
Yeah, but the timer won't actually start until you reach a certain point on the first way. Yeah. No joke. It took me a half an hour to get an A rank run of this.
I believe you.
Only half an hour? Only half an hour? I'm impressed.
My favorite thing about the mission is, as soon as you grab on, it says go. So,
Yeah.
So it goes 5, 4, go!
Go!
Screw the countdown, just launch it now.
Pretty much, it's so
Yeah, it's
fucking
just,
funny.
whoever's in the missile control bay at Gun is just like, hey guys, watch this. Ready, Jeff, for the missile launch? 3, 2, go! Wait, what? I can never get anything in this.
I don't think anyone can, and it's infuriating because you always just barely miss the one-up, too.
I can at least get one capsule, but that's all I'm getting.
You need to get everything in order to perfect the stage.
You know, it's because
I was about to say, I can
when
perfect
you're
the
in that
stage. I've done it a
shaft,
few
your
times.
left and right control just goes haywire. It's like one tap of the left button, wee! One tap of the right button, wee!
The best thing about this level, though, is that, like, 9 times out of 10, when you go through the goal ring, Sonic will actually fall off the edge before it goes to, like, the ranking screen. I love that.
I love this scene. This scene's awesome.
How did we get here?
I was about to say,
did
there's
we
no
get
transition for Sonic getting here.
He jumped, okay? He escaped from the prison and went to the
We
jungle.
were surrounded by water, now we're in some kind of jungle.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, how the hell?
I'll make you eat those words!
Okay, overdubbing aside, I still think that scene is legitimately pretty good.
Oh no, I like it.
I go back to the one that recreated that scene in Source Filmmaker.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And
That's
it's just
so
like,
good.
you know what? I'd love a Sonic Adventure 2 remake with this technology.
I agree. This game Adventure 1 and 2, I think, are the games that could use a remake more than any other Sonic game. Or any other game, just generally, really.
I totally be down with seeing Adventure 1 and 2 being remade.
Yep. 25th anniversary game next year, lads.
Well, this was
Yeah.
the 10th anniversary game for Sonic. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they remade the adventure games, they'd have to get the adventure control right.
You know what?
I agree.
They'd have to improve it a little in places, yeah, but it would have to be. It would have to feel like Sonic Adventure and not like Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Generations, even.
Yeah, it's not just level design, and the reason why I go back to Sonic and the adventure games because I love the way he controls in those games.
Yeah, this is I think this is my favorite way to play Sonic personally. Like I'm not a big fan of 2D games. Like I like them just fine, but I grew up in the N64 GameCube era, so 3D is just more my thing, and this is I think the way to control Sonic in 3D because he's fast, but it's not ludicrous. You know, you can do precise shit.
If I'm okay with the boost gameplay, you know, I like the daytime stages Unleashed. Colors is great, and so is Generations. But if you're gonna take away the boost feature from Sonic, then I want adventure style controls. And to this day, I am still utterly befuddled and why they screwed it up after Adventure 2.
Don't take away the boost and then take away the run button, right?
Yeah.
Sonic Team, you fucking mugs, what are you playing at?
I don't need a run button like Lost World try to implement. I just need a game where the longer you hold up, the faster Sonic goes.
You know what? I would argue nobody needs a run button these days. I didn't know this was over here.
No, that's the spin dash
the
charge thingy.
The Ancient Light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, another thing that SA2 has over SA1, you don't have to charge the goddamn Lightspeed dash. Okay, that always infuriated me.
No, I'll give it.
SA1.
You know what, Ted? I'll give it that is an improvement, but that's not exactly like a game-breaking improvement because the amount of times you have to actually do the Lightspeed dash is pretty.
In SA1,
limited.
yes, but I also
Yeah.
think that it adds a lot to the level design in SA2 having.
Oh,
alternate
it
routes
does,
that
Ted.
you
Yeah, I
can-
agree with that.
You can Lightspeed dash to, or even just like Lightspeed dashing to correct your path in a lot of ways. I enjoy it. I enjoy the Lightspeed dash.
It keeps the pace up.
Again,
dash
if
is
we're
awesome.
gonna talk about an SA2 remake, I would put the Lightspeed dash on one button and the spin dash / somersault on a different one, because there have been a number of times where I've tried to Lightspeed dash in midair and then somersaulted into my dash.
Oh, my fingers always sweat every time I got an electric shield in this game
Yeah.
because the electric shield ruins the Lightspeed dash.
Yeah.
It's like Sega. You're on a console now with more than one button. Map them out.
I don't understand.
This isn't the Mega Drive. This isn't the Mega Drive where everything was on one button. You can
No,
move them around a bit.
the Genesis had 3 buttons, didn't it? Like,
It had three buttons, but every button did the exact same thing.
now,
Yeah.
now, I've never really played much of anything on the Dreamcast. How many buttons does that have? Does it just have the standard 4
It
buttons?
has
Four.
Yeah,
four face
so
buttons
there's
and
no
two
real
triggers.
excuse for it either.
I would like to point something out though that to a lot of retro fans that sainted one button gameplay is a really important feature, and I don't really understand why.
For certain 2D games, it works fine, but you can't have like an SA2 style game with specific moves and stuff.
Yeah,
And put everything to one button because it fucks you over.
Yeah,
again
in
and again.
a game like Sonic 1, 2, and 3, where you're only
And runners.
the button in that game's a screen actually. Now that I think about it,
One screen game.
yeah,
But
but
in a game where Sonic has a spin dash, a somersault, a bounce bracelet, a lightspeed dash, you need to have
Magic
more than
hand.
one button.
Yeah.
I counted 5 times in that level where Ted meant to do the lightspeed dash, but he kept doing the somersault, and then while on the way to recovery, he does the fucking bounce attack. You know, all because he just wanted to do a lightspeed dash, a simple lightspeed dash.
Oh.
oh,
drown
you
him.
see why this
Drown the
Chao?
fuckers,
You see
drown
why
him.
that Chao is like gyrating there, it's because I was an asshole earlier and bounce braceleted it a million times. But yeah, this is the Chao Garden, which is to some people the best part of the game. Another thing, this Chao, like I'm not huge on the Chao Garden, but it definitely is better in SA2 than SA1. But
well, one of the things that I prefer about the Sonic Adventure 2 version is that you have Chaos Drives.
yeah, you don't have to give them animals and make them all look stupid to up their stats.
Yeah.
Also, there's 2 different games, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time in here. I thought it was very. We have to find Tails and Amy right away after I pet my Chao about 12 times, and also you can see it changing affection rating right here as I pet it.
Wait, if you just rapid fire the pet button, you can what?
Yeah.
You change its affiliation.
That's
I call this one Michael Jackson.
Ah, Johnny, too soon. Too soon.
What?
I thought this was something that you had to spend a lot of time doing. But no.
Nope, you do. I used to know all of how the Chao Garden works, and all of that info has just leaked out of my brain. But the Chows grow after a certain amount of time in the garden, and it's just in the garden itself. Time doesn't pass if you're not there. You have to grow at a certain amount, and then it'll become a Hero Chao or a Dark Chao or whatever. People have spent hundreds of hours with these adorable little motherfuckers, and
I am fully prepared for the hatred in the comments, but I couldn't give less of a fuck about Chows.
well, okay.
Well, let's be fair, Gareth. They're doing that anyway.
Well,
But,
I don't care about the Chao Garden either. But one thing I care even less for is people looking at the Chao Garden and complaining about it even being there in the first place, which is kind of pointless because there's nothing forcing you to bother wasting time with the Chao Garden.
You're trying to get every emblem.
Look,
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Unless you want to get.
Well, if you're trying to get every emblem, you're wasting time with far more tedious shit, like actually trying to
But
A-rank
it's
Metal
far
Harbor.
more tedious shit within the game that you're
That's
playing.
it, Ted. Drown it! Drown it!
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing about the Chao Garden too is that
Look at him! Look at that little shit drown! Die, motherfucker, die!
You fucking monster.
it's okay, little buddy.
I said that to Aaron Weber at Sonic Boom 14. We were talking about Chao, and I was like, you know what? Like I like to raise Chao so I can drown him. He went to me, Gareth, you're a monster.
Making the Chao Garden a necessity to 100% SA2 is like trying to 100% Mario 64 Sunshine, and you have to play fucking Tetris to like get every sign sprite.
Wasn't there a pachinko game?
Yeah, but we don't talk about pachinko, okay?
Yeah, well, the thing about the Chao Garden, though, is that a lot of people do like it. I can understand if you don't.
Yeah,
But the
I
thing
agree.
about it is that I think the Chao Garden does add in a huge exploration element to Sonic Adventure 2. Because you have 3 Chao boxes to find in each stage. You've got 15 animals, I think, to find in each stage. I think
it's 10.
I think it's we'll see, because I did run into Oma Chao at one point during a level, and she said there's such and such animals per stage.
Yeah, here's the thing, though, about the Chao Garden. When it comes to actually 100%ing the game, you don't actually have to spend that much time in the Chao Garden itself. You just have to farm a whole fucking bunch of Chaos Drives, go back there, feed them to one Chao, basically just gorge it, and then leave, and then repeat the process. It's a farming game.
Well, and if you're gonna be going for 100% anyway, like you're gonna be getting a lot of Chaos Drives just by playing the levels.
Yeah,
and on top
so-
of that, if you can farm Chaos Drives by playing any level you like. So you can be having fun. It's not like you have to play. Like, if you don't like Knuckles levels and you don't want to,
Don't go to them.
Don't go to them.
Don't farm in those levels.
My friend Catherine likes the Chao Garden a lot. I think she said Eggman and Tails levels are the best places to grind Chaos Drives.
Because you're destroying enemies left and right in those stages.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but what you really want is to farm the levels that have gun robots in them, because Eggman robots always give you animals, and animals raise certain stats while lowering others. Chaos drives just raise one stat at a time.
Yeah, I think if you get all 3 Chow boxes in a level, you get like a special animal. Like I think there's a unicorn and a phoenix and things like that. I don't know if those act any different because again, I haven't seriously played the Chao Garden probably since 2003. So it's.
I will say though that the Chao Garden gave us the greatest version of Tails ever. He can fly forever.
Oh,
And let's just control Eggman out of the mech.
yeah.
And he has
Oh,
jiggle
sure.
physics on his gut.
I do
It
love
does!
I love all of the hacked versions of SA2 levels where you can play as Eggman. Then you just like
Eggman in City Escape is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
better than Pickle Unleashed.
Oh, it's a close. It's close.
They're neck and neck.
That's actually one thing. We talked over, but I love just how much destruction you can cause in cities. Those cars go
Oh
flying.
no
You
no!
so much
Sonic
as
might
touch
not
them,
be
they go
Sonic might not have robbed the bank, but he's going to need to rob a bank in order to pay for all the damages to San Francisco's.
Yeah, now he's getting arrested for different reasons.
You destroyed 1,000 cars, you pesky hedgehog.
But I forget, Gareth. At this point in time, have we managed to free 100p?
You know what? I think at the time of this recording, I think he's scheduled to be released later this month. We did it, lads! We freed a musical genius.
Okay, but I do love the Knuckles raps though. Cheesy as they are, they stick in your head and they're fun.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why I
you know
like
how
that's
it
why I
is.
like them. They're so ridiculously cheesy that I
They're
can't
so
help but
bad.
smile at
It's
them.
just
That
no, it's-
train.
You're
The
damn
train.
right,
Right.
Knuckles.
What is going on in that train driver's head?
he's a
a
ghost.
ghost.
Ghost Train.
He's,
He's just going back and
he got
forth.
he
and
got
back
leery.
and
Okay,
forth.
okay, Lewis.
You know, I want to say, just because we're here, if anyone who reads the Archie comic book, there was a Sonic Universe arc a few months ago called The Great Chaos Caper, and issue 1 is Knuckles and the Chaotix looking for Master Emerald shards in Pumpkin Hill, and this is why I fucking love Ian Flynn. The progression of the story matches this song.
Wait, it does.
Like
does a
look,
ghost
they-
try to
they
approach him and got leery?
they do, and there's lines like he can sense the emeralds near.
In his
Like,
feet.
It's anyone who likes this song or this level, I highly recommend Great Chaos Caper, especially issue 1. Ian Flynn, you magnificent bastard, I love you.
This Pumpkin Hill's not a terrible. Okay, here's the thing about the Knuckles levels is that each Knuckles and Rouge, each level tends to be split up into about 3 different sections. So generally, the theme is like go to each section, try to find where the emerald is blinking, and then you're good. But the only problem is once the levels get huge, because I think Pumpkin Hill is one of the bigger ones. I think the only level that's bigger than Pumpkin Hill for Knuckles is Meteor Herd. Because Aquatic Mine and Death Chamber are annoying, but they're more confined. So it's
Pumpkin Hill is at least fun because it opens you up to being able to glide and climb around a lot.
Yeah, that's
So you can progress around the different sections of the
Aquatic
level
Mine and
really
Death
quickly.
Chamber are set up in a symmetrical way, but you have to go a very roundabout ways to get
yeah.
where
It's
you
not.
need to
You
go.
can't go like here in this level. You can go from Pumpkin Mountain to Train Mountain, is it, or Church Mountain, or what? You can go to any mountain whenever. Whereas if you're playing like in Death Chamber, you have to go through like the blue passage to get to the green one, or however the hell it's set up. It's not as free flowing as this. So
Yeah, but as we all know, Wild Canyon is the best level because it's sexy and smooth. I'll be here all week, lads. Good night, everybody.
Oh man, these treasure hunting levels are a blight on the playthrough. Everything else, A rank, A rank, A rank. And then whenever Knuckles or Rouge is on the screen, it's gonna be C rank, D rank, E rank, G rank.
G rank.
Oh, that means it's good, right?
G means good.
we went so far below the skull threshold, we actually went above it.
Wait, isn't that what S rank is?
S means shit.
Hey, S means for shit.
I'll never understand on what mindset someone decided that S rank should be above A rank.
It's a Japanese thing.
I know it's a Japanese thing, but it's like, why?
Then why'd you ask then?